This is IGN.
The Fortnite 0-hour live event draws 10.5 million players. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, the cast of Shrek 5 will include Skylar Gisondo, best known as Jimmy Olsen in this year's Superman, as one of the ogre's two sons, Fergus and Farkle. SNL and Happy Gilmore 2 actor Marcelo Hernandez will play the other male offspring of Shrek and Fiona, Variety has reported. Previously, DreamWorks Animation confirmed Spider-Man star Zendaya would voice the third of Shrek's triplets, Felicia. Shrek and Fiona's trio of ogre babies first featured in 2007's Shrek the Third and reappeared in minor roles within 2010's Shrek Forever After, once intended as the final movie in the series. But now, DreamWorks is keen on reviving its hugely successful franchise and clearly has plans to establish Shrek's kids as more of their own character. Shrek 2 and Madagascar 2 director Conrad Vernon is helming the new film, alongside Walt Dorn, a writer on all of the series' sequels. Its producers include Shrek Forever After's Gina Shea, as well as Illumination boss Chris Meledandri, known for helping Nintendo to success with its Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's easy to see why DreamWorks and Universal Pictures are keen for a Shrek revival. The franchise's first four Shrek films collectively earned $2.9 billion and spawned a series of spin-offs, including two Puss in Boots movies, a Broadway musical, and more. The movie is currently set to arrive in theaters on June 30th, 2027. And a pristine copy of Fortnite has just been sold for $42,500, which seems a lot for a free-to-play game. To be fair, this is a boxed version of Fortnite, something that also grants access to the game's original Save the World mode, which Epic Games still requires you to pay a small amount to access. But there's no suggestion this sealed copy of the world's biggest battle royale will ever actually be played. Indeed, it has been sold encased in a box and labeled with a 10A++ rating from video game grading company WADA, its highest possible quality score. Sold by Heritage Auctions, this copy of Fortnite is an Xbox One version from the game's original 2017 print run. Only a limited number of physical copies were ever produced, and this edition dates back to when the game's now ubiquitous Battle Royale mode was just a side offering. As mentioned, it does include access to Save the World, which is worth something. Epic Games has bundled the original Fortnite mode in numerous ways over the years, but currently sells access as part of an $18.49 add-on that includes 1,500 V-Bucks, which would separately cost $18, as well as an exclusive skin. Even with this in mind, though, you're still paying $42,482 over the odds. Fortnite developer Epic Games has announced that 10.5 million players tuned in for 0 Hour, the highly anticipated live event that featured heroes from the world's biggest franchises turning up Avengers Endgame style to save the day. Online, at least 3 million more watched the event via streaming platforms. Iron Man, Superman, Godzilla, and the K-pop Demon Hunters were just some of the characters who made appearances within the event, as Fortnite's finest gathered to defeat the Dark Presence, the game's latest big bad. Many of the characters appearing in the event had been teased ahead of time, though exactly what would happen was left uncertain. And indeed, despite going multiple rounds with King Kong and a Star Destroyer, the Dark Presence was still left standing. Perhaps the biggest surprise of the event was quite how much Fortnite celebrated its own beloved lore, with the Dark Presence finally defeated thanks to a last-ditch decision by Jonesy to call in the game's villainous cube. Fans are now sharing gameplay of the event and finding numerous Easter eggs, such as characters from Steel the Brainrot being featured in the background, and Hatsune Miku joining the battle while perched on Godzilla's head. I particularly love this fan creation which overlays Avengers Endgame's score on top of 0 Hour's portal sequence. There's plenty here too for Fortnite lore fans to digest, as Hope herself questioned, who was piloting the Mecha Team Leader mech? A member of the Seven? Will the destruction of the cube lead to its mothership reappearing? Yes, keep listening. And how is Epic Games going to top this next year? With the event's gameplay portion complete, some players reported seeing their games abruptly crash as an unexpected cutscene began to air. The cinematic, which you can watch in full at IGN.com, quickly sums up Fortnite's clearly now revived original storyline and makes absolutely clear that the game is returning to its focus on its heroic seven and their battle against the Cube civilization, dubbed the Last Reality. After that, players were treated to a quick glimpse at what's next for the game. And yes, Epic Games couldn't resist making a 6-7 joke in the process. Fortnite Chapter 7 will begin with our heroes enjoying life on a new map themed around the southern US. There are Fortnite-y versions of Hollywood and Area 51 to explore, while fresh gameplay changes include wingsuits and drivable reboot vans. Everything seems pretty chill until the Last Reality's mothership does indeed turn up and promptly blows up Fortnite's beloved battle bus. After that, for those still connected, Fortnite really did call it a day. The game went offline for a number of hours, with the launch of Chapter 7 due as the game came back online later that night. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.